The topic that we are going to talk about today is a very popular one. It's called the parable of the unforgiving servant. Once there was a king who decided to check the accounts of his servants. He had just begun when someone was brought to him who owed him millions of dollars. This servant doesn't have enough to pay the debt. So the king ordered to sold him as a slave with his wife and children and all that he had so he could pay the debt. The servant fell on his knees and begged the king and said, "Be patient with me and I will pay you back everything." The king felt sorry for him, so he forgave him and let him go. So this servant went out and met a fellow servant. He grabbed this servant and choked him and said, "Pay me back what you owed me." This fellow servant owed him a little or few dollars only, not a lot. But the way he acted is really abusive. It's like choking him. So this fellow servant fell fell down and begged him and said, "Be patient with me and I will pay you back." He refused and sent him to the jail until he paid back his debt. When other servants saw what happened, they were so upset and went back and they went to the king and told to the king everything. The king scolded the servant, and when the servant came, he said, "You worthless slave, I forgave you for all the amount that you owed me because you asked me to. You should have mercy on your fellow servant, just as I had mercy on you." So now, as a punishment, I will send you to the jail until you pay back everything. Wow. And what can you say, brothers and sisters? We should be compassionate to one another. And we should do, there's a quote, we should do what we, don't do to others what you don't want others do unto you. And, if you owe someone and you're not able to pay the debt, and that debt uh, was forgiven, you will feel relief. There's so much relief from that. But you should, so when you already experience it, you should be able to do the same to your fellow men, to our fellow men, right? And brothers and sisters, it's true that we should be merciful to one another because we're not perfect. We always make mistakes, right? And it's just natural to be merciful to one another. So I hope that you like the parable, and I hope that we apply it to our daily lives because being compassionate, what you sow is what you get. Amen. God bless us all.